Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Nick. This video is going to be titled How the System Quietly Locks You Out. And making this video, I have another YouTube channel that's got more non-serious content, video game stuff and guitar stuff. But this video, I kind of wanted to do something different. I don't necessarily want everybody around I know to see it though. So, briefly about me, I grew up in a middle-aged household, had, slightly rough childhood with divorce, but then things got much better for me as a young, like a teenager, a young kid and a teenager. Went through a great public high school and made good grades, had everything going for me in life for the most part. Life was good. When I was 18 and graduating, life was good. I had a band, had a girlfriend, went off to college in my home state. And once I got to college, I was pretty lost. So I fell into drug use, and subsequently the years of being an addict, I was a functional addict for many years and then non-functional, but the drug was Xanax. That was the primary drug that I ruined my life with. But I say all that to tell you, throughout my so from 19 to now, I'm 40. I'll be 41 next month. So for over the last 20 years, in and out of addiction and benzodiazepine use, mainly on my own, through my own stupid actions. But I have been effectively economically locked out of the system, like locked out of the economy in a way that I'm completely trapped unless I basically create my own business, financially that is. I'm trapped financially. I do have wonderful parents who help me as much as they're able to, but I'm not able to generate a whole lot of income. And it's 99% my own fault, but I'm telling you this to warn you that. So I've actually started several successful businesses in my day, even despite the drug use I've done. I was very successful on eBay, especially younger and before I did drugs, but even afterwards I was successful on eBay. But throughout the years, and this is really a technology thing, but throughout the years, I have been systematically blacklisted from eBay, Airbnb, reverb.com. After a few years ago, I started a business making boutique cabinets, and I was blacklisted off of reverb.com. I haven't been debanked or anything like that. I mean, I can still use PayPal, I can still have bank accounts, but hold on, my dogs. Sorry, my puppy wanted to come in. This is Randy. So every financial outlet I had online, that is every storefront, every large platform that I was using to sell on, has blacklisted me. Because I'm a felon. I have felonies on my record, too, that is. So I have a tech background. I've worked IT for several different companies. I do a lot of technical stuff. I'm fairly proficient with computers and technology and the like. But my resume has, a huge 10-year gap. I'm sorry. I was employed by a big company in 2023, but that was the last time. And once again, my own addiction ruined that. And that was my only real corporate job that I was able to get into, where they would just ignore my felonies on my record. Every company that I apply to, or even that I get onboarded at, will eventually run my background and decide that they don't want to do business with me because I am a liability. Insurance rates are higher. My credit score is affected. It's like if you get into trouble, if you're doing a bunch of stupid shit and you catch a record and catch charges as a young person, if you don't have connections, you'll be locked out of the economy effectively, and you won't be able to do business here in the U.S. That's really what I want the video to be about. Is I don't give up, so I'm still trying to start businesses right now. But I know that there's been a lot of times I've wanted to give up, and I could definitely see a normal person giving up in this situation. But when you're in a financial corner like I am, that you have to have either a life preserver, which I luckily do have a life preserver, my parents. But if you don't have that and you don't have connections, you are screwed. But I, was living in a fantasy world for 20 years where I didn't really care about the consequences of my actions. I did care about when I was sober, but when I would be intoxicated, it didn't matter anymore, and I would do something fucked up, something new, commit a new crime. So I take full responsibility for all my behavior on drugs, but deep down inside, I know that I'm still a good guy and I deserve a shot in the economy, but I won't get that shot. As hard as it is for normal people with good resumes to find jobs right now, especially dudes, unfortunately, in this last jobs report that the admin came out with, they failed to mention that 90% of the new jobs created in the last quarter went to women. So it's a tough job market out there. And if you have felonies, good luck, basically. The system doesn't care about you. They are ready and willing to lock you out of it. If they see you as an economic liability, they don't want to do business with you. That's mainly the moral of the story here. So if you're, I'm not a young man anymore, but if you are a young man like me, or was, anything identifies with the story I told about my past, just remember that, and I'm specifically talking about felonies because the felonies are really what society uses to mark you. Misdemeanors don't really matter. That's why they categorize all the crimes into felony and misdemeanor, because felonies are what they deem basically. A felony is basically irredeemable to a lot of people. Obviously not our president has a bunch of felony convictions. We know that felonies can be bogus, but like in my case, they were actually legit. I did do the crimes that they said I did, and I did time for them. But it wasn't really a lot of time. It was actually a small amount of time. It was like a couple of months for each one, but it doesn't matter. I'm barred from getting certain types of government assistance. It's a lot you're locked out from when you don't have a felony, and you will see companies blacklist you here and there and everywhere. To try to book an Airbnb, they'll be like, sorry, we don't want you on our system anymore due to your background. So just my 2 cents. If you have any thoughts or opinions, put them down in the comments. I wanted to try a little something different. My other channel is called Oklasoft. I know this video is a little wordy and preachy, and I had the dogs interrupt me during the speech, but this is my first take of what I'm saying here, so it's coming out raw. I wanted to just do it raw and let it be what it is and put it on YouTube. So with that, peace out.